Greetings! Welcome to another edition of My Quest to Teach. And what I am going to talk about today is STEAM and STEM. STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. STEM is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics without the inclusion of the arts. And STEM and STEAM are multidisciplinary, cross-curriculum instructional methods to teach students hands-on skills that incorporates the sciences, the technologies, the engineering, the arts, and mathematics. So basically what you have are students participating in hands-on projects that incorporates all those elements to make learning relevant, meaningful, and fun. It also allows the teacher to be a facilitator of learning instead of using the traditional methods of standing in front of the classroom and lecturing. STEAM and STEM allow more involvement with the students in the learning process, so you can consider it more student-centered as opposed to teacher-centered. This allows the students to work individually and or as teams collaboratively or collaboratively, or cooperatively. So basically, the teacher assigns a project. The teacher gives the parameters of the project. The teacher can also talk about and involved in the project management portion, the scientific method. The teacher can also use various types of technology integrated into the lesson to allow the students not just to use the laptops or tablets, but give the students an opportunity to create a project, work on the project, and upon project completion to use a projector, a smart board, document camera, those presentation tools to present the project to the class or to the school. There's also the opportunity to use digital equipment such as digital cameras and video cameras to record the learning process and to record the actual presentation, so the students are empowered with these types of technologies to be able to use them and function with them and feel comfortable. The important thing to remember with STEM and STEAM is that they are preparing, or these elements are preparing students to work and function in a technological world, in a digital world. So they have to be comfortable, they have to be cognizant, and they have to be able to use different types of technology to create a product. Also, the part of STEAM that imposes itself or that aligns itself with student learning is that there are opportunities for students to solve problems, to be innovators, to be creators, use their creativity in the project management portion of the STEM and STEAM environment or classroom. Also, the arts are used because through studies it has been shown that the arts integrated into the learning curriculum allow students to use different parts of their brains, to allow them the opportunity to work together in an artistic capacity to show that their abilities just do not reside in just the science and technology part, but also the arts part is integrated. The arts also go along with the engineering as well, because engineering aspect allows students to design things, to build things, to modify things, to solve problems. And here we go with the innovative and creativity aspect of that as well. And the arts allow students to think freely, intelligently, and creatively. So the STEAM aspect helps build the self-confidence, build the digital knowledge learning of students. And the mathematics is a very important and key component as well, because during the course of a project, students are not just focusing on the math, but math is integrated. And since the math is integrated in the learning, the students do not have the opportunity or feel the stress or pressures of having to learn particular math functions. There are different types of functions that students will be using, but because they're working together as a team, they're learning from each other in the math aspect. They're learning from each other the calculations. They're learning from each other the procedures and using different types of math functions to get the end result of whatever they're working on. So the science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics is an integrated way of learning. It is not a set mandate to teach or to learn a particular way, but it provides teachers a lot of flexibility where they can take different portions of the learning. So if a class is doing a project, let's say on robotics, here you have the artistic ability, here you have the engineering and the technology aspect in creating, building, and designing robots. If you're looking at the elements of space travel, here you're imposing or using the elements of the science, the technology, and the engineering, but you're also using the elements of the arts as the students learn to design rockets or rocket ships and how they're able to use different tools. Students are learning with the International Space Station that has been orbiting our planet for the last several years, that there are different research opportunities and different career opportunities. So it's not when can I go into space. Students are learning that they do have the opportunity now to go into space, to talk to astronauts, to engage with astronauts, and to be able to share their research. So this opens up a lot of doors for young people in school. And the transition from elementary school to middle school to high school to college, those transitions all allow the opportunities for students to be involved in STEM and STEAM. This blog focuses on STEAMs and educational growth in children as I teach this summer at our Team Up summer program. So our Team Up summer program is STEAMs, science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, and sports. So the sports aspect is integrated as well. So this gives us an opportunity to have a well-rounded curriculum, and that embraces the elements that the young men particularly like sports, but we also can integrate the science into it so they can learn actually how their bodies move, how their bodies function, how their bodies operate, the importance of nutrition, the importance of exercise for young ladies, the importance of a balanced diet, the understanding of how their bodies are growing and maturing. So from our pre-K students to our graduated 5th grade students that are going to 6th grade, this extra instructional time allows preparation for them not to lose any learning over the summer, but to have a smoother transition into middle school. So the blog is STEAMs and Educational Growth. And again, I hope you receive this information and it provides some information and some resources as you listen to the blog, because STEAM is a growing area now, not just locally in Duval County or on the East Coast, but a national movement to show that young people need to learn as much technology, but be able to integrate the sciences and the engineering, understand how important the arts are, and also understand that there are different types of math, but they have to be aware and cognizant of how to use math, not just the basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, but how to use different elements in geometry and why algebra is important and why trigonometry is important and why calculus is relevant in the sciences and the technology aspect, and that there are resources out there to help them understand how to integrate each part. So the blog starts off as, again, this is a multi-part blog. There are different functions in different areas of this blog that I've been writing about. The involvement of STEAMs, science, technology, engineering, arts, mathematics, sports, by students in Team Up can be seen in the development of projects that show the importance of hands-on learning that is interactive and educationally engaging. You must engage your students in learning. Promotion of critical thinking and higher order thinking skills is still important during summer months, where data shows that students can lose up to 40% of learning during summer break. The involvement of students in team-up programs assists in diminishing learning losses during the summer break. Learning losses is a discussion on a blog talk radio program called Courageous Conversations, Ask a Teacher, where educational discussions on various subjects are participated in by professional educators, also administrators, parents, and even students. The lack of learning during summer break has an effect on learning successes during the regular school year. When students get out for summer break, there isn't a continuation of learning during the summer. There's this attitude that that learning stops, that learning ceases. But parents must understand that their child or their children must continue in some form or fashion to learn, to allow the students to explore their environments in the library or the museums or different learning environments that are going on in the community. Because once learning stops, as I stated before, up to 40% of learning of what was learned during the summer is lost because students are not retaining it and they're not using it. So opportunities that become available for students to be involved in STEAM events or STEM activities or scientific exploration, those type of elements, whether it's in the museums or libraries or different programs, it's important that they stay involved and stay engaged. Each new school year, teachers spend valuable time conducting remediation to get students back up to the learning levels previous to summer break. The participation of team-up programs during the school year is an important educational supplement that allows for learning activities to build foundations for cognitive growth. As an engineering technology teacher at Andrew Robinson Elementary and a team-up academic teacher during the regular school year and during the summer months as a engineering and technology teacher as well, it is vital that parents know how beneficial team-up is to the educational and social progress of students being served. The benefits of summer team-up programs are seen in the team-up programs at Andrew Robinson Elementary. Andrew Robinson Elementary is a Title I school where 80 to 90% of our students are free and reduced lunch. We are also a magnet school, and our magnet focus is STEAM. Additional schools in Duval County Public Schools also host team-up programs, integrating technology, engineering, and science at Andrew Robinson in students' activities to build on previous knowledge gained during the school year. The building of a knowledge base will support the cognitive growth that will benefit students when the new year arrives. Student learning is transitioning from, as I said before, teacher-centered to student-centered. We must work to create an environment for students that they are able to obtain information, process that information, and be able to use that information as digital learners in the 21st century. Field trips to the University of North Florida and participation of students in engineering competitions help to bring vision to students about future careers, educational opportunities, and personal responsibility for lifelong learning. The collaboration and cooperation of schools team up, which is part of the summer bridge of which is part of the bridge of Northeast Florida, and community entities like Mentoring Families and Kids and the National Society of Black Engineers help to provide opportunities like the First Coast Youth STEM Conference held annually at the University of North Florida. The First Coast Youth STEM Conference helps to expose minority students to the concepts and fundamentals associated with the field of STEAM. This new school year at many schools, not just here in Duval County Public Schools, but across the nation, will see a change in the instructional models as additional elements of STEAM are incorporated into the learning curriculum. Parental involvement is critical. Parents must understand the future implications in employment, higher education, access to resources that encourage community engagement, and the higher level of interaction and educational attainment for students. So students and parents together must learn the value of a STEAM environment, the integration of the sciences and the technologies together with working with engineering and arts and mathematics. And even on the middle school and high school level, where they are learning about the different dynamics of different types of sports, that is also an important and key element as well. Because even though students are involved in sports, they should understand that there are careers involved in sports as well. Not just being an athlete trying to get into NFL or the NBA or the National Hockey League, and for young ladies, not just to be a basketball player or a soccer player, which there isn't a problem with that, but young people need to understand that they have different roles that they can play involved in sports if not an athlete. And STEAM careers are also involved in athletics as well, particularly in the medical professions that help to work with athletes that are injured or to prevent injuries in athletic contests. So all the elements of STEAM are integrated throughout our society, and it's important that our students, even from pre-K to first and second grade and kindergarten, understand what STEAM is, because it will affect them as they go through their educational years in public education and or also in homeschooling, private education, and charter schools, because careers now are being created where there are multiple areas of STEM and STEAM being involved, and they have to learn those valuable skills. So I hope it's been very helpful. This blog is also on myquesttoteach.wordpress.com, and this is a part of a multi-part series on STEM and STEAM. Thank you.